Hi.
I kind of wish I went a little bit more dramatic.
Are you being sarcastic for real?
No. So to all the ladies out there
And men.
whomever out there,
Drag queens.
that is especially, yeah, but this is for like people like me that are makeup illiterate.
Oh, you are not.
Oh, I'm horrible at doing makeup. I've never put liquid eyeliner on in my life.
Well, what are you wearing right now?
Right. So I went and got those magnetic lashes because I'm a lazy girl. I usually have eyelash extensions, and that's like what I qualify as makeup.
Yeah.
So I was getting tired of it because they've all fallen off. So I got the magnetic ones because I was like looking, I'm like, it looks pretty simple. They are easy to do.
They're really cool. And she can pull on her eyelids and they don't come off. Look at that. Wow. Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. So how does it work? You put on eyeliner that's magnetized?
Yeah. So it's like a liquid eyeliner and it's magnetic, and the eyelashes have like
magnetized.
Right.
I think that's a word.
Probably. But if you look at the eyelashes, like when I take them off, I'll show you, but they have like tiny little magnets on the lash line.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. So this way, no more glue, ladies.
No, F glue.
Yeah.
I will say the worst part about these, and the only complaint I have, is trying to get the eyeliner off after. I've had it on, like part of it on for 5 days now.
Really?
And that's after.
Okay.
I've tried because I looked it up. Like, well, how do you get this magnetic eyeliner off? Yeah. And it's like use oils. So I've tried coconut oil. That didn't work. You know, coconut oil,
your savior.
My go-to.
Yeah.
I even tried like olive oil.
Nothing.
It just won't come off.
You know what it reminds me of? The eyeliner is, remember when you're kids and you'd go to play on the train tracks, very safe, and you'd like find rocks that would make like a, just me, it's the Boy Scout thing. You'd find like magnetized rocks. So when you held a certain piece of metal or a rock over them, they would like prickle. They'd like, because it had this like minerals on. That. I'm not explaining this well at all, but I guess it was like dust off from the train tracks and the metal rubbing. Right. It would scatter on some of the rocks, so it would turn some of the rocks around into little magnets. So here I am in the woods, like playing with magnetized rocks.
Sure, that wasn't the only thing you were playing with in the woods.
Sure wasn't. Actually, my first gay experience was in the woods. With my friend Robin. Hey, Robin, are you listening? Grade? Oh, we won't say what grade. Yeah. Well, actually, that's not true. That was my first sexual gay experience. But didn't you play like doctor as kids where you like...
I didn't, but like my friends did. Yeah. I always thought it was really weird. I remember the first time they were being like, we're going to play doctor. I was like, what is that? And I was like, basically a girl lays there and lets a guy do whatever he wants to. And I was like, that's weird.
It is weird. Sorry. Because at that age, you don't know what you're doing is sexual. It's just...
Right.
Yeah. God, kids are gross. So what happened with your extensions? I think you should tell people why you stopped getting extensions, because that blew my mind when you couldn't figure out why they kept falling out.
Oh, when I did. So yeah, back in Vancouver, I went and got a new set put on, and did it the first time. They all fell out within a few days. Did it a second time, all fell out again. And
you're thinking this clinic?
Well, I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
You know, I've had them, and they did my very first set 6 years ago. So I've been there.
You know they work.
Right. So I was like, this is so weird. So finally, what it was is, and anyone who gets eyelash extensions, even though you can't right now, but when we do again and it opens up and you have to wear your mask, is make sure they tape the top of your mask. Because if you're talking to your tech or you're just heavy breather, that moisture comes up and it wasn't letting the glue set.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Wow.
So once they taped it down, that set stayed.
I don't know why I find that so interesting. It's like one of these new world things. We would have never known that.
Well, it's the same effect as why it's really hard to wear glasses and a mask.
Yes.
So I'm sure if you did the same thing with your mask, put tape over it with your glasses wouldn't fog up.
Oh, okay. And you'd look like a real dork.
Yeah. If you do try it, send us a picture.
Yeah, so I can make fun of you.
And let us know if it works, because I know that's like a huge issue for a lot of people that have to wear glasses.
I know.
Is the mask fog up.
And they look so nerdy,
right?
Even nerdier.
I know. I feel so awful though. Like for those that work in like the grocery store and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Where you are around people all the time, you are having to wear your mask.
Yeah.
And your glasses, and you can't see anything. Just hot breath in your eyes.
I really feel bad for people that are working on the front line, of course. And I had to check myself at the LCBO because you know how they have that like panel when you're paying, so you don't breathe on the cashier.
Oh yeah.
But then you can go to the end to pick up your merchandise.
Right.
So I went to the end too soon. And even though I was definitely 2 feet away, the cashier was like, can you please get back behind the glass? And I was like, bite my tongue because being behind the glass, I'm less than 2 feet away from him.
You know, people are just really tense right now.
No, but I was like, you know what? He's here all day. Who knows kind of drunks he's dealing with, you know. Jesse,
that's what I mean.
yeah.
Like everyone's patience is starting to wear thin. Today, it's funny you mentioned that. Today in the I pulled into the grocery store, and I noticed like an older man, like 60 to 70 years old, was leaving, and he had left his trunk open of his SUV. So he was too far away, so I just scream as loud as I can across the parking lot. I'm like, sir, your trunk's open.
And she
he stops, he gets out, closes his trunk, and flips me off.
Oh my God.
I was like, I don't care how old you are.
I'm in shock. I thought that was going to end kumbaya, like he gave you a tip or something.
No, I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
You know, like I could see him flipping me off if he didn't close it, because he was like, bitch, I wanted it open, mind your own.
Yeah, but he closed it.
Right. I couldn't believe it. And I just sat there kind of like, did that just happen?
Oh my God. No good deed goes unpunished, does it? Wow. Jeez, I'm shocked.
Fucking asshole. I should have let him lose all his groceries.
Yeah.
It was in Vanier too, so it was the first stoplight he parked at.
You sure wasn't me?
They would have raided his SUV.
Yeah, they should have. Wow.
Yeah.
See, but it's shit like that now. Next time you're not maybe going to say anything.
Right, I will.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe you screamed just a little too loud.
Maybe. Sir, your trunk is open!
Oh, God. Okay, we're going to get to the weird news in a second. But first, I need to ask you if you've been outside of your apartment today. Because
what are you trying to say? I don't go out much?
Yeah, well, I think I would have heard about this.
I did. I came here from Kevin's house this morning.
Well, then you didn't notice something right on your walkway. We're going to go investigate
No.
this. There is a dead bird right outside.
I'm not going anywhere close. I'm using the back entrance from now on.
So you should, because this thing scares me.
Is it a crow?
It's a pigeon. But here's the worst part. It's only the lower half of a pigeon.
Oh,
and here's what happened. I got out of my car.
Jesse, this is unnecessary.
No, wait. I'm telling you the story, damn it. I got out of my car, and I have the dogs with me this week. So Lopez runs up to it, and I thought it was just a leaf. And I had a flashback to you in the pool as a little girl, because I thought it was a leaf until I focus and I see the little claw feet up in the air. And I'm like, Lopez, get away from there. And I ripped the leash. He goes flying through the air. I felt so bad, but he had his harness on. He's okay. But I'm like, what's he doing picking at this half pigeon?
What do you think ate the head off?
I don't know.
I think it was a squirrel. I don't know if you've seen
Really?
the squirrels around downtown Ottawa. They're way bigger than your dogs.
Oh, yeah.
They are massive. They are huge. There's so many of them. And I swear that they're getting so like urbanized and domesticated that now, and maybe this is like the lockdown fucking with my brain, but now I think they've learned to mimic the sound of cats.
And the diets of cats? Because aren't squirrels vegetarians?
Well, not the ones that I live out here. They eat all the trash and everything. They're big rats with a cuter outfit.
That's true.
And much larger. But I was sitting there and my work faces like these, it sounds like such a lovely view I have, which I don't, but it's facing these power lines. And there's these fat ass squirrels on the power lines. And I'm like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, do I hear a kitten? It was like a meow. And I'm like, no, Jenna, you're hearing shit. Type away.
Yeah,
and I heard it like 5 times. And finally I get up and I look out and that gray, big, fat squirrel looked me right in the eyes and meowed at me.
Yeah, because usually they do more of a
yes. So I think they've learned to like mimic cats' noises so that maybe people like leave food out or I don't know. Maybe that's just an assumption.
The squirrels are evolving. I don't know. Maybe it was a squirrel that ate this pigeon, or it was. My first thought was a cat, because cats are dirty
cats.
like that, and then they just leave it. But it's so we got to go out and look at it because it's so cold today that it's like instantly frozen. So it looks like a perfectly dissected.
Ew, no, Jesse, we are not going to look at this. You are weird and morbid. That's disgusting. I have a fear of 2 animals, and other than that, I'm pretty comfortable around animals. I love animals.
Yeah.
Birds, because I scooped out a dead bird when I was a kid from the pool, like he said.
And she thought it was a leaf.
And cats.
You're afraid
because
of cats?
I was attacked by a cat.
Doesn't your new boyfriend have cats?
Yes, but those cats at first, they stayed in the basement and they didn't come up and I didn't see them. I saw one like a little bit. But now both of them are coming upstairs.
Oh, no.
and they're very curious. So I have a mutual respect for cats, okay? Like you stay there and I stay here. We don't need to talk. I don't need to pet you. You don't need to pet against me. We're cool.
Yeah.
Well, these cats now are super curious about me. So they came up and this morning, and then all of a sudden I like leaned over to give Kevin a kiss, and the cat went and started hissing and stuff, and he had to like push the cat away, and I went under the blankets, and it was a flashback to when I got attacked by a cat the first time. So now I don't know what to do because he doesn't take it seriously, but I'm legit not going to be able to sleep there.
Well, what did he say when she was hissing at you?
He was like, no, that was my fault. I tried to move her or something. And I was like, no. And then she came back and walked and would get so close to my face. And I was like, Kevin, get her away. Like, no, this isn't funny anymore. I can't. He's like, just put your hand out. I'm like, fuck no, not after that cat hissed at me. So I don't know what to do because I won't sleep. It took me a while to get used to sleeping with the cats coming in and out of the room. But now that cat is hissed.
You're going to have like PTSD.
What if it bites me? You know that if you get a cat bite, you're on an immediate trip to the ER.
Yeah, but I think they scratch before biting.
I don't know, man.
You know that.
I don't trust them. They're predators.
This is why dogs are better, because no dog, you go to try to move a dog, they're happy just to be touched.
Yeah. Now, me and his dog, we have a tight relationship. We have a bond.
Yeah.
Me and his dog. So that's cool.
Yeah.
At least he doesn't think I'm like an animal hater. But the cats I just can't do. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Because they're getting more and more brave. And I'm getting more and more scared.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm sitting here trying to think of some bitch pun because you like the dog. But
bitch and pussy?
I can't. I got nothing. Shall we get to the news? Well, good luck. Should we do the letter? I don't know what we should do.
No, let's do the news first. Okay. But if you are listening to this, because this comes out before the letter?
Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah.
Today is Wednesday.
I'm just going to drop this. A tease is the subject of our letter is dummy with a dildo.
And it's not me.
Right? Very well could be, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we actually, you know what?
What?
I was like, should we just touch on this one? It's totally old.
Oh.
But the Gwyneth Paltrow pussy candle.
Yes.
I couldn't believe that.
Oh my God. It served her right. Do you know how it exploded?
Okay. So yeah. So this British woman, she won one of these candles on like an online contest, right? She wouldn't pay it. They cost $75, by the way.
Oh, wow.
And they're said to smell like Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina.
Hey, give us $75. I'll find a vagina smelling candle for you.
So she got one. She won it in a contest. She went home, and as soon as she lit it, the wick set off 50 centimeter flames.
Whoa.
So like higher than a ruler. A ruler's 30 centimeters, right?
Longer than my dick.
And then it started.
Sorry. Okay, sorry. Well, maybe not, actually. Is that small? I don't know.
30 centimeters. Your dick is not 30 centimeters. That would be like, think of a ruler in school.
Yeah,
It was like this long. Come on. Even if you're a grower, I don't think you're growing to be that big.
But it's thicker than a ruler.
Yeah. But she also said that when she lit it and it went like, little bits started flying everywhere.
Oh, yes. I remember the quote, bits started flying everywhere.
Yeah. And she said it caused an inferno in her living room.
Oh my God.
Like her boyfriend or man or partner, whatever you want to call him, he was there. He helped put it out. But yeah.
Wow.
You know.
That's so funny. I wonder if she's going to sue Gwyneth.
Can you imagine being so famous? You can charge people $75 for a candle that smells like your vagina, and they would actually buy it.
And what would it smell like? What do vaginas smell like? You know,
I think they all smell different. I don't know. I haven't sniffed a bunch of vaginas.
That's true. See,
it would be better to ask like a straight dude.
Yeah, because balls have, if they're clean, they have that sweet sort of smell. Like from man to man, they're different.
I don't like when you call it sweet smelling.
There's something sweet and honeyish about a nice clean pair of balls. But every man's is slightly different, but they still have a general ball aroma.
There's a general. I'm assuming there's a general.
And it's not fish, okay?
Yeah. Well, for women, I think because it is like an internal, like, so here's some fun vagina facts, actually.
I can't wait.
Did you know that women's discharge is so acidic that it bleaches our panties?
Oh my God. No, I didn't know that.
But that's how we self-clean. Women our parts are so much more interesting and self-sufficient than yours are. Ours, we self-clean. So like, that's why it's bad to use any products like in your vagina.
Right, yeah.
Douching's horrible for women. Yeah.
If you want a free teeth whitening, boys, get in with the cunnilingus.
I don't think that's like the same thing, but yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
wow.
Fun fact. Actually, the vagina's a very interesting thing.
They are, and frightening.
Ew, Jesse, no.
They look like an alien mouth to me.
Right. When the Gwyneth
Right.
Paltrow, when the Gwyneth Paltrow story came out, though, all these radio jocks. So we're gonna let you in on a little industry secret here.
Yeah.
Every jock, you know, when you're like listening to a morning show, for example, this is a great example, and you go to one station and they're talking about the same thing as another station, you're like, wow, why is this random story about a vagina candle so popular when there's so much going on in the world?
Yeah.
It's because they all use the same prep website.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. So it's a website the radio jocks go to, and it gives you like the weird headlines and stories and stuff like that of the day. So all of these radio jocks were making the corniest wet ass pussy like WAP jokes in the world.
I didn't think you were going to out the prep site. I thought you were going to say it's because all radio stations are syndicated these days, so they're all listening to the same damn show anyway.
Well, it's either or.
Yes, one of the two. It
but
is.
Yes. So that's why, it made headlines everywhere. So,
and radio jocks look for any excuse to talk about dirty things without getting in trouble. Let's be honest.
Right. But we're not going to make some lame WAP joke.
No.
But I bet you if she did have some WAP, that fire wouldn't have lit.
Yes.
The little bits wouldn't have got flying everywhere. Wouldn't have been an inferno.
I don't know why that quote with the bits killed me so much. Because I'm picturing like the vagina literally
I think
exploding.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking of, an exploding vagina.
Yeah. Oh God.
Okay. Do you want me to keep going?
Well,
with mine, or do you want to?
I'm really excited about my first one, so let me do one.
Let's do yours.
Okay. Because this makes me very nervous that there's a difference between what we think is sexy in bed versus how it comes off.
Oh no.
Because a woman got a letter from her neighbor shaming her for screaming like a pig during sex.
Like, no, that's a donkey, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what you sound like. What?
Oink, oink, oink.
Or when, yeah.
That's the pig. That's the pig. She was squealing like a pig.
Yeah, or was it like a hog, like a and this happened in the UK.
Your poor dog's at my feet right now, just being like, oh my God, what's going on?
Oh God. So this one was in the UK. She tweeted out a picture of the note the neighbor left, and it asked her to, quote, stop screaming like a pig. The woman said she personally thought she sounded like the Herbal Essence commercial, which if you're not from the 90s, you remember those when she'd watch her with Herbal Essences and then it'd make her have an orgasm?
She looked like she really enjoyed her time. Herbal Essence orgasm was a good one.
But it was a very nice,
Right. I mean, it was a commercial that played in the middle of the day.
Yeah. I wonder if that commercial would hold up in 2021. Because it's kind of like Me Too-ish, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, sorry, back to the funny story. So she tweeted the note and said it made her feel hella uncomfortable because of how her neighbors phrased it. So she said, next time, I'll be louder. So let's read what the note says.
I mean, are they living in an apartment or detached home? Because, like, how loud can you be?
I know. Oh, my God. Hang on. I can't find the letter.
But you know what I mean? Like, how loud do you need to be? Even in like the best sex of your life where it's gotten a little bit louder, it's not loud enough that your neighbors are banging on the walls being like, shut the fuck up.
Right. And well, that's what I wondered. Or is this like an apartment building like we live in where you're that close to your neighbor? Or
I've never heard a neighbor having sex.
Really?
No.
Well, neither have I, actually. Neither have I. But
sometimes I wonder if I've had neighbors see me have sex, because sometimes like it just happens and the windows are open and I live so close to my neighbors and I'm like, I wonder if they see me have sex. Just like I wonder if they've seen me naked. Probably.
Well, they're right across. We're looking at them right now.
I don't think anyone's there right now. It's mostly college students.
Oh, I hate that I can't get the letter. It's just, it says tweet not available. Maybe she took it down.
Probably.
That's fucking annoying. But we could imagine what it said. I just wanted to read the rest of it to hear what the neighbor said as to how she phrased working up to stop screaming like a pig.
That's derogatory though. So I think that's what made her uncomfortable, is being called a pig.
Well, now, and she says, I'm going to be
louder.
louder.
What if she was a little short and stocky woman? Maybe she took real offense to that.
Oh, I want to be friends with this neighbor.
What would you do if your neighbor was having loud sex constantly?
Call you. Put you on speakerphone.
So I could listen?
Yeah, so you could listen.
But how would you wreck it? Like, let's say it was keeping you up every night. You couldn't sleep. Your dogs were barking.
Oh, no. I would make a TikTok account and make, like, my reactions to it.
You wouldn't. I could see you, like, sitting on the other wall and, like, banging, too, and even trying to pretend to outsex them, even though you don't have anyone in your apartment.
Yeah, so I'd call you over, and that's what we would do. But do the pig sound. I really though, if I was bothered with a neighbor, I'm such a coward. I probably would just bang on the wall.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say bang them. I was like,
no,
you just bang, you join in.
Not my neighbors. No, I'm big with the broom.
The broom?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry I can't read the note, but you could imagine what it said. Sometimes your imagination's better.
Well, you might not have that problem with your neighbors, though.
Yeah.
And I can't remember at the very beginning of lockdown, I think there's a study that came out that said people are having more sex in lockdown.
Right, yeah, I remember.
Well, a study, it's almost been a year now.
Yeah.
And a new study came out that says we're actually having less sex.
Well, because everyone's in lockdown, is that why?
Yeah. So like at this point now in lockdown, so like at first it was like new and fresh, right? You're locked down. You're now working at home with your partner.
Yeah.
You can spend a little extra time in bed in the morning, this and that. So now that the novelty's sort of worn off, people are having less sex.
I can imagine that.
Yeah. So this was based in the UK and they've been on a strict lockdown for a while now, but I think that we in Canada can relate because we're now on our third, a lot of us, especially in Ontario.
Yeah.
So it was the National Survey of Sexual Attitudes and Lifestyles. Sounds pretty professional.
Okay.
Said people were less likely to have sex since the beginning of the pandemic, regardless of age or relationship status. The survey found that people are, even though we're not having sex with each other, we're having a lot of sex with ourselves.
Ooh, yeah. She got into that. But does it differentiate between single and non?
No. This is all like regardless
General.
of your age. Yeah, this was just kind of a general observation, I guess.
Okay.
They got a lot of their information from this company. I think it's called Lilo or something, but it's a sex toy company that had said that clitoral vibrators, rabbits, and male masturbators are up their sales 148%.
I believe it. I spent way too much time yesterday reading about Wicked Wanda's Auto Blow 2 that she posted about. I was like, I was reading about how it works, the technology. It's very interesting.
So, like, for me, something that was so mechanical, I would have a hard time getting into enough that I could get off.
Well, that's it.
Like,
that's why,
men are a bit wired.
Well, yeah, I mean, it depends how in the mood you are, but this thing, the Auto Blow 2, is such a contraption that I think I would have it sitting on me and I'd be like, what the hell am I doing? Like, you have this computer on you. Like,
what are your favorite features since you did so much research?
Well, I thought it was interesting how it mimics, like, it's not a pattern the way you'd expect a machine to be. It tries to mimic a human where it's like kind of sporadic, where you don't know what they're going to do next.
Is there an app for it? Like, can you control it from an app? I don't know.
I didn't get
that. It's like a lot of vibrators are like that. And there's like communities within the app that people can like put like patterns they've used on their partners. Like, so you can try the patterns that anyway.
Yeah. But see, that's at least with the partners. The thing with this, not only do you have a computer sitting on your dick, but then let's say you finish, I don't know if girls are like this. They'll but like, when you're done, if you're watching porn, like you can't close the tab quick enough. So here you're going to be all messy and with this thing still.
Robo dick.
Yeah, I'd be like so humiliated with myself. So I'm not getting one.
They say that people are not getting it on their free time because, oh, wait.
They are getting it on. I think.
Why are people masturbating? It's because we're extra horny right now because we're bored. And masturbating is also a form of self-soothing. Kind of like rocking or twirling your hair.
Oh, interesting. Self-soothing. Right. Ottawa Public Health has been tweeting a lot about it. Yeah. Sex with yourself. Do it.
I love that they're doing that.
They have a cool Twitter.
They also said that a lot of people are experiencing a plunge in their libido, because like I said, the novelty of working from home and we're close to your partner all the time is kind of worn off. And they said that if that is happening, that's completely normal right now. It is perfectly fine for your libido to kind of go like this, up and down. So the moral of the story in this one is it's perfectly normal for your sex drive to go through
changes,
ups, downs. You want to have sex with yourself more than someone else. Vice versa.
The last part of that made me feel better because I will admit I'm in the low libido category right now. And because it's been so long since I've done it or had a date, I'm like, I should be extra horny. Like, someone got the guy's blowing up my phone, just can't wait. And I'm like, I'm not interested.
Right.
And so that makes me feel better because I was really starting to think there's something wrong with me.
Well, there's something wrong with you, but I don't think it's
that. Hey-oh. Interesting. All right. Well, if you do want to be turned off sex, think about children. Gross. A car thief finds a kid in the back seat.
That was all over the news today.
Oh, did you? Or last week? Is this old too?
Well, I mean, when we're recording, everyone knows we pre-record. Okay. But yeah, I saw it all over the news. This is crazy.
I just can't believe this guy had such strong moral principles. So this is what happened. Last Saturday, a guy stole a car from a small grocery store parking lot in Beaverton, Oregon. Oregon. And he saw it unlocked. Now this is it's winter there, right? Like they have cold weather.
Oregon is south of us. It's in the States.
I know it's in the States, but
it's like Vancouver weather.
What I'm trying to figure out is why this mom went into the store and left the car running with the kid in the back seat.
It's probably, I'm assuming it's probably like 5 degrees.
So it's cold.
Yeah, and damp.
So he drove off with this 4-year-old kid in the back seat. Could you imagine how scared that kid was? Oh my God. But he realized the child was in the back seat, did a U-turn, headed back to the parking lot, and started lecturing the hysterical mother about how irresponsible it was to leave her kid unattended in the car like that. So then he made her kid take the kid out of the car and he sped off. He still stole the car.
Did she leave the kid in the car with the keys?
Well, it was running, so I don't know whether she had the keys because like I could
went in quickly to like grab smokes or lottery ticket or something very quick. And wow, so they are so lucky.
And you know what's so crazy about this? Well, first of all, so yeah, even if she took the keys with her, if it was still running, he could have driven off. He just wouldn't have been able to start it again. You know what I mean?
No, because as soon as, like, even if you have one of those automatic starters like ours, even if your keys are too far away from your car, like try walking out of your car with your keys.
Oh, it shuts off?
It'll go beep, beep, and then your engine shuts down.
So she must have left them in there. What a dumb idiot. So this is the crazy part. The cops are still trying to track down the thief in the car.
Wow. So this was a professional car thief. Not like just a thief, not a criminal. This was like a professional car thief because he didn't want to like harm anyone or took the car and now it's gone. So he probably ripped the GPS out, all of that shit. That thing's in a million pieces already.
So they wanted the car, not the kid, obviously. Yeah. But I think he deserves some credit because if they still can't find the car or this guy, he could have just thrown the kid in the bushes or, you know.
That's why I say he's like probably a specific car.
Didn't want to hurt anyone.
Yeah, like I only steal cars. I don't hurt people, you know?
But
I just steal their shit.
I mean, I watched too many movies where if that happened in a movie, the gangster would just like shoot the kid and keep it moving.
What movies are you watching lately?
Al Capone. American Gangster. No, but I just thought, I was like, oh, it's nice to see criminals can have a heart. As for the mom, she will not be facing any charges for leaving the kid in the car. The cops say it wasn't a crime since she could hear and see her child, but she should have not let the car running. So it was a really small plaza, I guess. I
think in a situation like that, you know, like parents are people too.
Yeah.
They're going to do things that they think are harmless and it results in a very unfortunate situation like this. That's not going to happen all the time. This was just, you know, I'm sure she's just gutted about it.
Oh, could you imagine?
How popular the story is in the news, just knowing all the backlash and criticism she's going to face from those internet moms and all of that. Like, I feel bad for the mom.
And maybe she'll become like some kind of speaker now and make millions on like not being a bad mom.
Don't leave your kid in the car unattended. Man, you know what though? Like, again, that's why I said this is like a horrible circumstance. Because when you were a kid, how many times did you get left in the car with your siblings?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Lock the doors, left the window. I remember my parents, and after a soccer game once, leaving us kids in the parking lot while they went into the bar for a drink.
But it was the 90s. It was a different time.
Right? We were like, the two minivans were parked next to each other, and we chilled. Well, they went in for 20, 30 minutes and had a drink. Like,
you remember how our grandparents would be like, I had to walk a mile in snow to get to school. Our thing's going to be like, I sat in the car where my parents got plastered.
Right? Or being like, now our thing's going to be like, well, I sat inside for months and months and months.
Yeah.
And months and months.
Yeah. Oh, God. Okay. Now, remember, we've talked about this a lot, your revenge story when you caught your ex-boyfriend cheating and you totally clawed him to death.
I saw a new trend.
Yes. Did you see this one?
Yeah.
On TikTok. Yeah. You got to look at this. So there's a saying that goes, 10 kids are making art projects. 1 is using glitter. How many projects have glitter? And the answer is 10. Because glitter gets fucking everywhere.
Everywhere.
A woman got revenge on her cheating boyfriend by dumping glitter all over his apartment. Oh,
I think that is genius.
because it's not violent.
It is not violent, but it is a huge pain in the ass.
Oh, did you see the amount she was
And
dumping?
she took she went to the dollar store and basically wiped out the craft section
yes.
and took it and just like opened up and was like, poof, one whole
Everywhere.
spice container type of thing at a time.
Oh.
It's amazing because as someone who has felt that sort of anger, I remember the first thing I wanted to do was destroy something too. I threatened to slash his tires and break his car window. And I thought about it really hard.
With a Louisville slugger.
Right.
Both
I thought hard about it. But I decided not to.
Good.
But that's fucking genius.
And in the video, there's probably a lot of them, but this one that went viral, she's so proud of herself. Like, she doesn't even look that mad, like you're saying. I'd be expecting her to be crying and freaking out.
There's nothing that helps numb the pain of getting cheated on a little bit by doing something spiteful like that.
Yeah, it does
by being
take
petty. Yeah. Like it feels really good.
And in the video, she is playing Carrie Underwood's song Before He Cheats.
Right.
Best cheating song ever. But here's what happened. So she posted a few more videos showing their texts after he got home. And at first, he's furious about the glitter, but eventually he starts apologizing for cheating and admits,
yeah,
I deserved the glitter.
Well, you know, I think that's anyone's reaction, regardless of the situation. You get accused of doing something you know that's wrong. The first thing you do is go in defense. No, I didn't. Yeah. And then you think about it and you're like, okay.
Kind of like hot. Even if you leave your trunk open at Loblaws.
Right. Like I bet you by the time he got to the light at Vanier, he was like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm still stuck on that. Why was he so worked up? God.
I think that glitter bombing should be the new form of cancel culture. Like instead of canceling people and like ruining their lives and things like that, I think that instead their whole house should get glitter bombed.
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
Did you see yesterday or something, Kathy Griffin, now that Joe Biden's the president of the States, she's like, am I uncanceled yet? I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know.
So this story like gave me like so much anxiety.
Oh no.
Especially because I've kind of been venturing on a bit of a new career path. So I've been familiarizing myself with like the stock market and stuff like that.
Get that money, honey.
Yeah. So this man owns millions of dollars worth of Bitcoins, but he can't access it because he lost his password.
Now here, I'm going to age myself. What the hell is a Bitcoin? I really don't even know.
So I don't really know too much about it. I'm on that chapter of my book right now, but Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. So it acts similar from what I understand. And if people are listening, they're like, no, Jenna, you're completely off. Feel free to write us a letter.
Yeah, please.
I will correct myself.
Messy's in the title for a reason.
Yeah, but I do believe it kind of acts like the stock market. So you buy these Bitcoins with cash. And once you do, depending on how many people buy in to Bitcoins, the price will go up or it'll go down, just like stock market. So right now, Bitcoin is having a huge surge in prices. So it's really high. So if you're trading as your job, like you want to sell right now because you're probably getting, well, he's getting like 1,000% more than what he invested.
This guy in your story.
Yeah. So it acts kind of like that.
Okay.
His name is Stefan Thomas, and he can't access his password. So back in 2011, he bought like a bunch of Bitcoin, but later that year lost the password to what's called an iron key. The iron key is like a hard drive that acts as the wallet for your Bitcoins.
Okay.
Here's the thing is
so old.
Right? I know. So he lost the password to his wallet, his Bitcoin wallet, to access it, right? Okay. He gets only 10 guesses before your wallet's fucking annihilated.
Like not just locked, just
poof,
gone.
Gone.
Ooh.
Yeah, and the Bitcoins go back into the market, so that can also affect like the price of Bitcoins as well.
They must have made that rule because so many people were trying to hack. They're like, you know what?
Probably.
Yeah.
So he has 2 guesses left. He, like I mentioned, that Bitcoin is at a high. So at the time of this story, his Bitcoins, he invested $140,000 years ago.
Wow.
It's now worth $220 million.
US. I thought you were going to say 220,000.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So he has 2, and he's even said, like, I guess he's works big in tech and stuff. And he goes, you know, I've tried and I've stressed about this. He's like, I kind of just accepted the fact that like, I might lose this money.
So he's rich anyway.
Probably. Then. But still, I don't know. Like if that was me, I'd be going to hypnotherapy.
Or I call the Bitcoin call center. Can't they do something? Unlock my account, bitch. I'll tell you my mother's maiden name, my postal code. What do you want to know?
But I would go to a hypnotherapist to see if they could like bring that like.
That's crazy that he would forget like something so important and so huge.
Right.
Like, wow.
I know.
Wow.
It gave me anxiety though, because I was like, one, it's the anxiety of getting locked out of anything because you can't remember your fucking password.
Yeah.
Because we have 50 million of them.
And then I saw some guy on the news today saying you should change your passwords every 8 weeks. Ain't nobody doing that. I wouldn't remember them then either.
No.
So maybe he's one of those people.
That was like work back when I worked at a...
Oh. And then if you have to change it that often, you're just writing it down anyway. So people can find your little piece of paper.
Oh, yeah.
Or,
all my passwords
yeah, me too.
Located in certain areas.
Yes, yes. Please don't break into our apartments. Okay. Last story. Do you have another one?
No, that's it.
All right. Also on TikTok, by the way,
I've been spending a lot of time on TikTok.
and we have a TikTok.
I really enjoy it. Yeah.
And we post things on TikTok that we don't post anywhere else.
Exactly. Because it's not the same as the other stuff we do.
So it's Messy Podcast on TikTok.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that bugs us about this stupid show is that our handles are different on every platform.
I blame you for that.
Well, why? YouTube didn't give me a choice. YouTube picked for us, Jenna. The rest, Jesse and J-Mo on Insta is my fault. And you, at the beginning of this shit, wanted to do Messy Podcast. And I'm like, no, our names have to be in it. So fine, I'll take the blame for that one. Yeah, now I wish we went Messy Podcast. Someone's squatting on Messy Podcast on Instagram. Give it up, bitch. We want that handle. They don't, it's total squat. They don't have any posts, but come on, you know somebody. It's probably someone we used to work with. It's probably Tony Stark. I'm just kidding. I love to make fun of poor Tony. Okay, here we go. A woman's going viral on her on TikTok. A woman is going viral for her trick to use a lint roller to figure out if somebody's cheating on you. I know.
Wait.
Try to figure it out.
Looking at it.
It's so obvious.
When they come home, you lint roll the fuck out of them, and if you get a color hair that's different from your color hair, then they're cheating.
Close, yes, but it's
that
reversed.
Is some top level crazy girl shit.
But this is reversed because the girl was the one coming home, and she used the lint roller on the bedroom floor, and she
of her
bedroom floor.
If you're gonna cheat on somebody, don't do it in your own goddamn house.
Oh, it's so much more hurtful, yeah. And so she has black hair. She's Middle Eastern, and she picked up some red hair.
Oh, red,
fiery in the sack. So could you imagine? And so lots of people have commented on the video about how impressed they are with this FBI level trick. But then in the comments, there's all these straight bros being like, okay, so now I know to vacuum when I have a girl over. Like,
well, then we'll notice that you vacuumed your fucking room.
Yeah.
Oh, all of a sudden you're vacuuming now. Wow, isn't that convenient?
That's true, eh? Yeah. What if he's never vacuumed before and now one day he did?
Cheating just sounds like so much work. Not only do you have to like balance your time between a couple people, but now you're having to do a full fucking head to toe clean of your house every time you cheat on someone. You have to clean the sheets because girls wear perfume. You gotta steam your rugs now. Like, come on. Ew, black light in that room would have been so nasty.
Yeah, or that's the original way to do it, I guess.
Right.
Just be like me. Go cheat in the woods. That's what the gays have been doing for centuries.
Story or lesson of the day, folks.
And close your trunk.
And vote for us on Faces Magazine.
Yes, please. Cheers. What is with this you not saying cheers anymore?
Cheers. Well, now I finished my wine.